I'm always very happy to admit that one of my favourite films is The Human Centipede. I absolutely adore it. And I was so thrilled when I watched the second one and found out that it was actually almost as good. So to see that it's got 3.8 out of 10 on IMDb with a Metascore of 17 breaks my heart a little bit. The third one is horrifically bad, but the second one, the atmosphere is amazing. The narrative, not perfect, could have been a bit more developed, but I really like it as an actual sequel. We'll ignore the fact that it's the bottom rated movie number 96 on IMDb, because for me, it's probably my top rated movie number 96. It was released in 2011. It's a lot more contemporary than I thought, to be perfectly honest. It feels a little bit more dated and a little bit older, but that's, it doesn't detract from the fact that it's amazing. And it's directed by Tom Six, written by Six, and basically we have a protagonist called Martin, played by Laurence Harvey, who does an amazing job. This is one of the most creepy, disturbing, eerie, wouldn't want to meet him in a dark alley, wouldn't want to meet him in a brightly lit alley characters I've ever seen. Very, very well performed. Maybe not the best written. I feel like I would have preferred a little bit more background, a little bit more time to know what his personal life is like. But that's, that doesn't detract from how creepy this person is. And Martin is enamoured of Dr. Hyder, of course, the creator of the first Human Centipede. And Martin dreams of not just recreating that Human Centipede, but making it bigger and, if I can use the word, better. And he dreams of making it a 12-person centipede. And the film is all about him setting out doing that. And it's amazing. It really is amazing. Now, there's one thing that's very different to the first film, other than the additional 9 centipedes. And it's the kind of the tone and the colour palette. The first film, despite the fact that it was obviously not, it felt very clinical. There was a lot of white and a lot of surgical instruments. It felt a lot more controlled. This one feels dirty and dark and dingy and grimy. And that really kind of mirrors Martin's character and the unprofessionalism in his actions. Now, I don't know if unprofessionalism is a word I'm allowed to use, but with the first film, the cuts were precise, they were neat, the stitching was, a bit more expert. This is a haphazard botch job, but it's amazing, and it's so fun to watch. The inclusion of the pregnant character, I think, makes it all the more harrowing. There's just something about that character that really pulls on the emotions. Not that I really feel sorry for any of them. It's not an emotive film in that respect, but it is creepy, it is eerie. I absolutely love it so much. The black and white nature of it, I think, just works really well for making it all the more kind of dark and inaccessible. You're there, but you can't do anything about it. You're an observer, and it's amazing. I love it. I don't love it as much as I do the first film, because the first film's just utterly fabulous. But this one works really well, and Martin as a character is just absolutely fantastic. Fantastically creepy, but Laurence Harvey does an amazing job. And if you like the first one, watch this. Absolutely watch this. If you didn't like the first one, if you couldn't stomach it, maybe don't watch this. I cannot recommend that to you. But if you haven't seen the first Human Centipede, definitely start with it, because this is a sequel. It's not just a different version. As I said, Martin does kind of worship the original Human Centipede creation. So it's kind of, everything ties in really nicely. Definitely worth watching. If you haven't seen the first film, give it a watch. If you haven't liked it, I think you'll really enjoy Human Centipede too. Certainly, I really, thoroughly, absolutely adore it.